I found a return policy loophole that saved me $8,000 on my wedding dress after our venue burned down. The bridal shop owner called me the smartest bride she's ever met. 3 months before my wedding, I was scrolling through Instagram when my maid of honor called hysterical. Our wedding venue purred a historic barn in Vermont that I'd booked 18 months in advance. Parent had caught fire during a thunderstorm. It was completely destroyed. I rushed to call my fiancé, then my parents, then sat on my bathroom floor having a complete meltdown. We'd spent $15,000 on deposits for the venue catering and rentals. The venue owner was devastated but told us our deposit was non-refundable as per our contract, even in cases of acts of God. Insurance would eventually cover some costs, but the process would take 6 to 8 months. The worst part, I just spent $8,200 on my dream dress. The final fitting was scheduled for the following week. That night, unable to sleep, I pulled out the thick folder of contracts and receipts I'd collected during our wedding planning. I started reading everything, paired every single word, including the fine print at the bottom of pages no one ever looks at. At 2:37 a.m. I found something in the bridal shop's return policy. Unworn, unaltered dresses may be returned for store credit or exchange within 60 days of purchase for any reason, or within 120 days if the wedding is canceled due to documented circumstances beyond the couple's control. My dress hadn't been altered yet, and my purchase was exactly 54 days ago. The next morning, I called the insurance company handling the venue claim and requested an official letter documenting the fire and our canceled event. Then I called the bridal shop and spoke to the owner, explaining my situation. "I'm so sorry about your venue," she said, "but unfortunately, once a dress is ordered in your size, we can't accept returns. It's industry standard." "Say paid, actually," I replied. "On page 4 of your contract, paragraph 7 states that unworn, unaltered dresses can be returned within 60 days, which I am still within, and my wedding has been canceled due to documented circumstances beyond my control, which extends the return window to 120 days. There was a long pause. "Let me pull your file," she finally said. After reviewing my contract, she confirmed the policy existed, but insisted it was meant for situations like military deployment or medical emergencies. "A venue fire is definitely beyond my control," I countered, "and the policy doesn't specify which circumstances qualify." She asked me to hold, then returned a few minutes later. "I've been doing this for 20 years, and no one has ever actually read the entire contract. We'll process your return, but I'd appreciate if you purchased your dress for the rescheduled wedding from us." I agreed, relieved to have $8,200 back on my maxed-out credit card. 2 weeks later, we found a new venue for the following spring. I returned to the same bridal shop and worked with the owner to find a dress that was half the price of the original. She even gave me a 15% discount, saying I was the smartest bride she'd ever met. Here is the wildest part. 6 months after my wedding, I got an email from the shop owner. She'd updated their contract language to be more specific about qualifying circumstances, but also created a new wedding emergency insurance option for $200 that guarantees a full refund if anything goes wrong. She told me that after sharing my story with her business consultant, they realized many brides would pay for that peace of mind. She sent me a $500 gift card as thanks for the business inspiration. So not only did reading the fine print save me $8,000 when I desperately needed it, but it apparently created a new revenue stream for her business. Now, whenever my friends get engaged, my first piece of advice is always the same. Read every word of every contract, especially the parts they don't expect you to read.